Come on, come on. I said, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. We're called Stik N Move, we're here to warm up the crowd.
Michael Wee, aka Wiz from Stik N Move.
My name's Nathan Carter, aka Too Deadly.
Take flight, babe, you've been caged by rage, emotion and spite, despite the heart's need. You've got a roll on a hole and a soul to feed, get cold feet forever.
My family's from North Queensland, Coogee, and on my mum's side, Irish. I've also got American Negro and Cherokee Indian on my father's side from his grandfather.
I'm a Queanbeyan born and bred man, spent my whole life here. My family originally from Peak Hill, central West New South Wales, Wiradjuri country, red dust country.
I've been performing in around Queanbeyan and Canberra for probably 12 years, writing and performing as a solo artist. A lot of community events and festivals, done good vibes with a few of the crew up in Sydney and a few festivals down here as well.
Yeah, so it's really tough to put a time on how long I've been involved in music. Ever since I started high school, really, I had a sort of an interest and had this dream of being a rapper one day. I don't think I really took it seriously until, you know, maybe the last 10 years I've sort of been focusing more on my skill and technique and trying to put music out or working on my skills as a beat maker. So it's been a long time sort of coming. I've also been mucking around playing football and being a dad and all these other things for a while.
And over the years, sort of, there's been a lot of people who have done music in Canberra that we've sort of performed with. And it's just ended up that he and I seem to be the only couple left that haven't dropped off doing music. So about a year ago, 18 months ago, we hooked up for a gig at NAIDOC on the Peninsula. And it was only meant to be the one event, and we got together and did that, and it was so successful and we had such a good time.
So we regularly get a call up for, you know, NAIDOC events and any other sort of important events that are on the Indigenous calendar. A lot of youth gigs, Youth Drug Action Week and all those kind of things we're always involved in. Multicultural festival. We've also done, you know, a few other performances in clubs and things like that.
The name Stik N Move came about through brainstorming, both of us being sports people for most of our lives since we were kids. Michael's a high-level representative, he's toured internationally with representative teams for rugby league and rugby union, and myself being a competitive boxer. We were trying to think of something around that, and being a double act, we sort of wanted the name that sort of that reflected a duo. And we came up with a few ideas, but I ended up hitting up my older brother sort of through crew, KOA Massive, older brother Tunks, Seth One, he's a writer, graph writer, and sort of hit him up with the idea, and he just sort of came back with that. He said that would be a good one for you guys.
Our next performers hail from Queanbeyan. Last year in September they won a Deadly Award, which is an Indigenous Music Award, a national award for the most promising new talent. The boys do a lot of work with youth programs, through their music, through their hip hop and rap, teaching and talking about culture and about leadership. Please put your hands together for the Deadly Stik N Move.
Make to earn, make it work. If it burns, you lose more than the dough. Reap what you sow, never clean in the dirt. Girl, you're lost in the breeze and the curve. Let the breeze take you home. See the girl that you know, the one before all of the clothes, cars and the chips. Barber would flip. Seeing his girl calling the shit. Lost, come on. Lost in all.
Open road can't be a trap, go baby, don't look back. Open road can't be a trap, go baby, don't look back. Come on, clap. Everybody clap with us.
Come on. Open road can't be a trap, go baby, don't look back. Yeah, that's it, Canberra. Put your hands together, Indigenous Showcase. We're getting down. Stik N Move.
Yeah.
Representing 2620. Shout out to all my Queanbeyan people, much love and respect.
So growing up as a young fella in high school, I always used to read the Deadly Vibe magazine and would see, the likes of Archie Roach and Kathy Freeman and all these other people being acknowledged and recognised for their efforts and their talents and I guess all their hard work. So finding out we're nominated for a Deadly Award was pretty impressive. Just being recognised, it kind of starts to make all your hard work, it's paying off and it makes it more official. I'm a music performer, that's what I'm an artist, that's what I do. And then to win it, we never expected to win it. I think we just got there on time for the awards. We were pretty cruisy about the whole thing. I remember Nathan saying, I was actually trying to rush him along, saying, "Bros, we gotta go." He's going, "Oh, it's all good, don't worry about it, we're not gonna win." And then just as we arrived, they were kind of like, the winner for most promising new talent in music, Stik N Move. And we're like, what?
I train out of Stockade Gym in Canberra. We're based in Dixon. Started out underground in Western with my coach. We've still kept the underground name, so we train out of Stockade. We're part of Stockade, but our team's still underground boxing. My coach, Gary Hamilton, I've been with him for 15 years. We all cruised up to Caboolture for the Golden Gloves tournament that they had up there. And I was fighting, I think, 69 then, and I've been dieting and dropping weight for probably just under sort of 2 weeks. And I had about 2 kilos to go the night before and stayed up saunering, set up the bathroom with hot water going and had the sweatsuits on and stuff like that and just shadow working in the bathroom. And it got to about, weigh-in was at 9 o'clock in the morning. I think we got to about 6 o'clock and I was still a kilo away or 700 away. My coach just said, forget it, we'll just fight up. So I was about 70 kilos trying to get to 69. So we just decided to fight up in middleweight. So we went to the weigh-in and I just packed all you're meant to weigh in just in your jocks, and I left my trackies on just hoping they would sort of let it slip and fill my pockets up with everyone's keys and phones and stuff like that so I could try and get up to the 75 kilos. So and they let me through with trackies on and I weighed in and fought up in middleweight and we had a good weekend. We all sort of came away with gold. All 3 of us came back with Golden Gloves title, which was mad. The Scar Tree is my clothing label that I've got. I started working on it 2 years ago on the branding and design and the aesthetic of the brand. What it represents is the concept behind Scar Tree is I suppose what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that we grow through our hard life experiences, and rather than sort of making us less of people or less than rather than cutting us down, those experiences sort of strengthen us, and we learn from those experiences and actually become better and stronger people.
We're at the 2014 Multicultural Festival here at the Indigenous Showcase. I'm Nathan Carter, aka True Deadly of Stik N Move. Here at the Scar Tree store, which is my brand. Started from the ground up. Here's some t-shirts. Sold a few today. It's good to be out here today at Deadly Showcase of Indigenous art, culture, with all the people of the world, and the first culture that we celebrate in Canberra and Australia. People getting along and spreading love and culture and deadly food and deadly beers too, if you want to.
The idea for the name of my clothing label, Sacred Era, came out of this phrase. The phrase is, the dream time is the sacred era that created the world. And so I thought it was fitting and tied right in with my beliefs, and also with the cultural aspects. The dream time is the beginning of time, and just the name Sacred Era, it's sort of powerful, and to me it's sort of highlights this time as sacred as well, because there's a lot of things that are sort of happening within Aboriginal communities and the political scene with recognition, people opposing recognition, sovereignty, people pushing for a treaty, and I really think that this is a sacred era for our people.
We also just quietly, we run our independent t-shirt labels. We started together, but we had creative differences. So he's got his own label now, I've got my own label. And we just want to like chuck out some shirts now from Scartree.
Sacred Era!
I'm just gonna turn around like I'm throwing at my wedding, you know? And I was the bride. There we go. Wait, jump, Brian, jump.
Stik N Move performing at the 2014 Indigenous Showcase. Getting this place rocking with some beautiful hip-hop and rap. Do some wonderful work with Indigenous youth around the region.
Yes, I've always had a passion for working with Indigenous youth. I guess that started when I first left school, or kind of got asked to leave school. And then my first job was actually back at my old high school, tutoring Indigenous students. And from there it's kind of progressed through. I've had different roles within the community, and now I work for an organisation that delivers school-based traineeships to Indigenous students, and it's really successful. It's aimed at helping students get through school and also set themselves up with their career pathways and things like that.
Michael is the one who's been running the workshop here down at Axis. It's good for us boys because he's getting us off the street, not getting to trouble, and we get the opportunity to learn the basics of rap.
If you're going to change hands, make sure you grab it with 2 hands first and then let go so it stays there.
Hey, well it's the Q-Town resident who ran with the foul type. The smooth child representing Carabao Southside. Outside, my light skin opens up front doors. And once I'm in the house, I put the front doors.
The gig's on Wednesday, 5:30 at the Bicentennial Hall.
I've been coming to Axis for about 5 weeks now. We're performing at the Bicentennial Hall this week. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited because it's opening up doors for me.
So I've been running these hip-hop workshops for some local Indigenous youth now for about 3 or 4 weeks. The boys have been coming down here and getting together and supporting each other and growing in confidence each week. I've been trying to get them at a stage where they can perform comfortably. On Wednesday is the big night, so I'm looking forward to sharing the stage with the young fellas, and hopefully the crowd will enjoy it. I know that the boys have come a long way since they first started, and I'm sure they'll, their family and the local community will be proud of them.
Remember my team, you know why? Why's that? 'Cause we keep on things. The culture, proud, family, proud. I represent you until you knew that I'm proud. Culture, proud, family, proud. I represent you until you knew that I'm proud. Get your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. The gang is this. Culture, honor, spirit. Thank you. I give thanks to my animal cup, my crew, my family, my daughter and son. Ha!
We'd like again to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Tonight's one of the most beautiful nights in Canberra. Or these 3 days, 4 days that the Multicultural Festival happens. It's good to see everybody coming out, enjoying each other's company and celebrating each other's cultural differences.